Okay, hi. Sorry about the computer quality. I'm actually using a different webcam, so not as good. I just have some few updates on what's going on with the whole moving situation and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I am not in North Carolina yet. I already thought I'd be in North Carolina by now, so it's just been a much longer process than I thought. So basically, what has happened so far? My husband, he graduated from MOS school just recently, and I thought that he was going to be able to check in with his unit the same day as he graduated, but he couldn't. He had to wait until Monday, the following Monday, to check in with his unit. And so he's kind of like in a holding unit until, over the weekend, which it's weekend, so they just kind of hung out, didn't do much. And so he checked in, and before he went to DMO or the housing office, he was told that he had to wait until the rest of his company came back because they were on a training, for a week or so, and they had just come back on Monday. Today is Wednesday, so they just came back 2 days ago. So now that his unit's back, he's going to be able to get things in tip-top shape. Hopefully soon. Because the process that I know of now is obviously he has to check in. For the move, I read online somewhere that he has to get a password from, I guess, that website or something like that, and then watch a video that's like an hour long once he goes into the office, and then the people there will help him with the application process. Something, I'm not sure. And then he'd be able to go to the housing office, and of course they have to bring certain things like his orders, page 3 of something. It's just all really confusing. But this Friday, he might have the day off. So if he has the day off, then he's able to go get things done because since his company came back, he hasn't had much time to do anything. And Friday is when, you know, hopefully if he has Friday off, he'll be able to get all this stuff done. Because what I heard today was, from my understanding, because I called the Fro over there in Camp Lejeune, and from my understanding, she said that once he has signed a lease and once there's a place for me to go to, then I could start driving because I'm just doing a do-it-yourself. I'm packing all of my stuff in my car and I'm going to drive out to North Carolina. I don't need a trailer or anything like that because it all fits in my car. We don't have a lot of stuff. I mean, we have a mattress, but it's really old anyway, so might as well just buy a new mattress once we get there. So it's no big deal. And so once he signs that lease, hopefully, this is what I'm hoping is going to happen. Friday, he has Friday off. He goes to the apartment complex at 10 in the morning, so he has plenty of time to get all this stuff done. So by the time, the end of the day rolls around, he should already have a lease signed because this one apartment complex I was looking at, I called and they said that they'd be able to do it in one day, if he gets there early enough. So could get all the processing up and ready. Because I'm sure he's probably going to have to make back and forth trips to and from that area. This place that I'm looking at is located, right behind the Jacksonville Mall. And the lady said it's 5 to 10 minutes from Camp Lejeune's main gate. So that seems like a nice place to live. I mean, it is a little bit more expensive than the place that we were looking at, but it's not up into the thousands or anything. And I believe it's 725 square feet. And I mean, I bet you're paying all that extra money because of the location, because it's so close to everything. It's in the middle of everything. Whereas the other place, I mean, I've heard good things about that other place. I've heard bad things about the other place. That it's dirty and that sort of thing. But I heard that the place that he's looking into on Friday is a pretty safe neighborhood, and the apartment complex is pretty clean and that sort of thing. So I'm crossing my fingers, so hoping that he gets Friday off, so I could finally be out there with my husband. Because ladies, I'm sure you all know this, being away from your man it sucks. It just feels like there's a hole in your heart and you just want to be there. And especially this first move must be super, super frustrating because you don't know what's going on. At one point, I made myself so frustrated and stressed out. It was not good. So I would just recommend just go with the flow. I mean, sometimes your man needs a little push to get things done. You know, that's what my husband, he needs a little push. But once that little push is there, you're on the way. Just one thing I could recommend. I should have called the Fro earlier. The Fro is a family readiness officer, and you know, and they could answer a bunch of questions that you have and get you started, help you walk you through the process. They're there to help. I should have called my Fro much sooner because now I feel at ease because I know exactly what's going to be going on. I'm not exactly. I'm still looking for, you know, the whole moving process, how long it's going to take me to move. Like, once he signs that lease, I mean, if he signs it on Friday and everything like that, I am going to let everybody know what steps came after that. If I started to drive immediately, or if I had to wait a couple of days for him to get approval, but I'm going to call the Fro tomorrow and ask her a couple more questions around that to see if he would get in trouble if I start driving once he signs the lease. So I hope he doesn't, because I just want to be in North Carolina already, especially since he's going to be deploying in October. So I want as much time as I can with him. I know I'm only going to have like 5 months with him, but I want that 5 months because I get him after work, I get him on the weekends, but of course minus the training time he has for pre-deployment training, which, yeah, it's gonna be hard. But some people were telling me to stay here in California until he came back from deployment because he's deploying in October. But the thing is, if I were to stay here in California until he came back from deployment, I wouldn't see him for another year. I mean, yeah, he has pre-deployment leave, but that's like a week or two, a week and a half, I don't know. And that's just not enough. I'm willing to make that sacrifice to be there already and to be alone because there are a lot of things that I'm going to be doing. You know, I have things to keep me busy. I'm going to be going to school. I want to go to school, get that started up, and I want to be involved in this medieval reenactment thing that I do here in California. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to do. So to not make this video so long, I'm going to cut it off now, and I'll let everybody know an update in a couple of days if I know what's going on. Or probably like Monday or so. I don't know. But thank you all for listening, and like always, if you have any questions, comments, just let me know and I can help you out with that. Alright, you guys, have a good